There are some films that are so bad, they're almost good. But in the case of the 1983 James Bond flop Never Say Never Again, Warner Brothers managed to produce a hit so terrible, it may just be the best film ever made. Welcome to HalfEmpty.net. Failing to employ a single member of the original cast, the low-rent Thunderball remake somehow managed to secure Sean Connery for the lead role, admittedly at the grand old age of 53. Recognised as one of the few unofficial James Bond films, this 2-hour, 15-minute epic has all the ingredients of a classic B-movie. You've got ropey animations, terrible acting, and best of all, inexplicably drawn-out loading sequences. It was quite simply a car crash. Don't believe me? Well, here are 8 reasons why Never Say Never Again is by far the best, worst movie ever made. Number 1. James Bond is old. I mean really old. Performing 21 years after his debut as James Bond, Sean Connery is not only past it, but is also clearly wearing a silver toupee. In this sequence, Connery is so old that he's forced to fight in a gym purely to justify the visible use of a crash mat. He also spends half the time in dressing gowns, and at one point actually wears dungarees.
Or have a colonic at 5, and then you can cut along to the light dining room and have a refreshing cup of parsley tea.
Number 2. Despite Sean Connery being very old and very bald, women continue to throw themselves at him. In some cases, quite literally. Here are some of our favourite examples.
What are you hoping to catch?
Something about 6'2", 190 pounds, with brown eyes.
Well, why bother going to sea?
You're marvelously well equipped.
Thank you, James. So are you. I made you all wet.
Yes, but my martini's still dry. My name's James. You appear tense.
You affect me, James.
I'm all yours.
3. Laser-guided sharks.
Sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their heads.
In this sequence, Bond is planted with a tracker which encourages cyborg sharks to attack him. Incredible. He later shuts one in a door. 4. This unexpected cameo from Rowan Atkinson doing a silly voice.
Oh, yes, he's charming. I mean, foreign, but charming nonetheless.
Sorry, Mr. Bond. Obviously caught you at a bad moment.
5. Possibly the best assassination ever. To make up for this ridiculous death, the woman responsible later explodes. Again, mind-boggling. 6. In a bold attempt to look modern, James Bond abandons the blackjack table in exchange for this bizarre 3D video game sequence. Unashamedly ridiculous. This film literally doesn't care. Number 7. This sequence in which James Bond rides a horse off a cliff.
Hold on. Where are you
going? The horse died almost instantly. And last but not least, this ending.
Never again.
Never?
Never, never say never again. Never, never say never again.
That's it, folks. Think you can find a more ridiculous best worst movie ever made? Drop us a comment at halfempty.net.